You do. You do. Yeah. It looks pretty empty. Yep. You gotta move over. And that's why you have a mess. Hey friends, good morning, happy Monday. I know it's the 13th because yesterday I said it was the 11th and really it was the 12th. But I wanted to show you the status of my coffee station right here. Some of you will remember that Mr. Jerry purchased this. It's called a baker's cabinet or possum belly. It's a good 100 years old. You're going to see my reflection in it. But I absolutely love this. So I've added more stuff to it, of course, and it keeps changing the more that I find stuff and I get stuff. So let me show you a closer look of everything. Now we've had this old dough bowl for a long time, pulled it out. And it came with the old spoons and the butter spoon and everything. And so I just laid it out on here for display. And then there's an old bean bowl or mixing bowl. Just love this. And this holds all my Keurig cups. I just throw them in there and grab. I got my what we call my smelly thing out here. And then in the back, I got some old presses, you know, for like your spices and stuff like that. Mr. Jerry made some cookies last night, so they're in this glass jar. And I have a crocheted mat I've done that has a Christmas tree on it. I found this at an auction, really like it. It's newer, but it gives the old-fashioned look. And we used to collect rolling pins. And this is one that I kept. It's an old milk glass one. Really like that one. Of course, I always have some type of Christmas out. This is our little angel girl. And then there is a recipe box below. That is an old recipe box that was Jerry's grandma's, and then it's got a mixture of recipes in it from his grandma, my grandma, his mom, my mom. And then our old mason jars back there. And then I, this is where I discard and keep my spoon. And then I have another mug rug. Of course, there is my Keurig. And then inside here, I have my ground coffees. If I want, right there is my ground coffee container, my tea bags. And then I always leave this out on my tea station or my coffee station. And then I have another mason jar. This one holds the Keurig ones that have the biodegradable bags on them. And there's nothing in this one. It's just decoration in here. So that's what I have inside this cabinet. Up here is my favorite rooster. We got this when we were down in Florida with his folks. It holds all my bagged teas in it. My decoration I just got. My little kitty I've had for probably 20 plus years. This is a vintage McCoy coffee mug, and I love this little mug. And when we were at a garage sale, this lady was marking these way down. I mean, I paid like $5 for this, but I thought it would go good with it, and it stays lit up. But it's our Cup of Joe, and I like how inside she is baking, and she's got all the good stuff in there. There's your express window. And hot or ice mocha is the for the day, but this is just a sweet little thing. And then you've got your daily newspaper on the side. But these are sweet little things. I just really like them. And then up here it says Cup of Joe. And then above that is one of my cross stitches that I did. It was from a Blackbird design. Midnight Watch is what it's called. And the date on it is October 19th. Actually, it's supposed to be, yeah, no, 79. That's a 7. That's when Jerry and I were, when we got engaged. We were married in 1980. Then the newest thing I did was I found these ball jars that we had, and there is my hot cocoa mix. And then Mr. Jerry just bought some marshmallows, so I just filled them up. And my sign here says all I need today is coffee and a whole lot of Jesus behind it. And then this is an older ball jar right there. We bought this, looks like it needs to be dusted, coffee grinder when we were down in Florida. To think that that's how they ground their beans, but that's how they did it. And then down here, you can see my reflection, is some of my coffee mugs. Now, I will transition out after Thanksgiving to my Christmas mugs. But these are my mugs right now. You've seen majority of them probably. Our Camp Mom, Soulmate. This one right here says it is well. When you turn it around, with my soul. So I have those stored in there. I still don't have much in my drawers here. These all open, but in here I've got my recipes that I like, my bread and all that stuff so far in there I printed off. And here's my crystal light that I can use. And here is the ball jar lids that you can get any place. This little cross stitch I did last year. I made all of our kids and grandkids their own, and then I made one for myself. And then when I come down here, there is, if I get the knob, there is a cutting board that comes out, and that was part of this baker's rack. And then in this drawer here is where I house a lot of my stuff. This is an old-fashioned egg beater. It still works. We've used it before several times. This right here would have housed their flour and stuff. It would have had a board to divide it. Over here I have lots of crystal light because we can't seem to find it in our little town. And then in here is some more goodies. Oh, and I see I need to sweep under my floor. So anyways, I just wanted to come on. I just wanted to show you how my coffee station is coming along. I also forgot to show you my little mug holder here. A lot of these I don't use. It's just for like decoration. But those are the kitty paws. These are vintage Japan ones with that ladle spoon. These are newer ones that I can use. I just don't seem to, but I just wanted to show you that little addition right there too. Hey friends, lunch today is going to be hard to see because that sun is shining today. Look at that. Lunch today is going to be chicken noodle soup. It is our homemade chicken noodle soup. It is 4 points, plus I have 4 points of saltines in it, so it is 8 points. So lunch today is going to be a total of 8 points. Friends, happy Monday. How are you? Monday, November 12th. Oh my goodness, can you believe it's already November 12th? I can't. Thanksgiving's going to be here before we know it. What, 2 weeks? Less than 2 weeks? But I was just eating my lunch, my chicken noodle soup, and of course I gotta let it cool down. Mr. Jerry was heating it up, and he came out and he says, it's just starting, you know, to boil. And I said, well, it's probably hot enough. He says, well, it might be. So I gotta let it cool down a little bit. But I thought of something last night related to my weight loss journey, and again it came to me. And you know, when I sew, I'm going to put it towards my sewing because it kind of made me think about that. When I first started sewing, I didn't know what I was doing. I just knew that I liked some of the projects and I wanted to try them. And my first project, you know, I didn't have all the tools I needed. I didn't have a ruler. I didn't have a rotary cutter. I had, you know, shears, but I didn't have a mat. I had the sewing machine and I did have the thread, but I really didn't have all of the knowledge. So I went out and purchased a cutting mat and a ruler and a rotary cutter. And then I asked around, and a couple people had pointed me to Missouri Star Quilt Jenny Doan, and because she is so great at teaching and everything looks complicated, but it's not. So I remember getting my first pattern, you know, watching it, seeing the yarn requirements. I needed a yarn, the material requirements, and I had to go buy the fabric for it. So I did all that. But now what? I wasn't for sure how to cut. Heck, I'd never cut fabric before. But I had some friends who were seasoned quilters, and I reached out to them, and they showed me how to do the fabric, how to press it, what way to fold it, and what a selvage was on it, and what bias stretch and all that stuff is. And they helped me through that. And then I get all the pieces cut, and then you've got to pin them together. And then you have to have that 1/4 inch seam allowance. Now, a 1/4 inch seam allowance to some is, if you're a sewer, it's no big deal. But for me, as a brand new quilter, that was a big deal because I had to sew a straight line. And every once in a while, it kind of curved out, or maybe it went too far in. But eventually, everything clicked. And I look back to those early years of sewing to where I am now. And it's kind of like that with my weight loss journey. When I first started Weight Watchers, I needed the tools. I needed somebody to help me through this transition. So there were meetings. There was a Weight Watcher leader. You got a book at that time. The clock's going to go off. I had to get a scale. I didn't have to, but I had to get a scale. But then I had to get a food scale because I had to start learning to weigh things. And I went and marked all the boxes, of what the points were and stuff like that. And at first it seemed difficult. It seemed there's no way I can do this, because I felt like I couldn't eat anything, because after all, everything was so high in points, and how am I ever going to survive? I was just starving. I wasn't, but I felt like that. But after being on it and seeing the results starting to come down, and then finding others who was along this journey way before I was, helped me through it. It got me through those rough times to where I'm at right now, where tracking is like second nature. I just know that I need to scan everything and it goes in there. I just know that no matter if it's good or bad, I need to do that. I just know I still need to weigh things out. My eyeballs do not give the correct, because my eyeballs still want to have the extra. I say all that for this. For me, on the days that I feel like I'm struggling, like I feel like there's going to be a gain tomorrow, like what's the sense? You just, you're just doing this yo-yo, up and down, up and down, up and down. But with the sewing, it was the up and down. And then look at what I can create now. With my weight loss journey, it's up and down. But at one point, I did lose 63 pounds. At one point, I went from a size 26, 28 pants to a size 14. At one point, I went from a 2X top to a extra large top. So I know that at one point, I did it. And if I did it before, I can do it again. So no matter what I am facing or feeling, I can do this because I have all the tools. I have all the means to help me to stay on track. I just have to do it. I just have to just get over myself and just do it, and not sit there and give myself that pity party that I feel like I need by going out and having several cookies and a glass of milk. That ain't going to get me anyplace. So I came on here just to say, stay strong, my friends. It is the beginning of the week. We can do this. I can do this. No matter what that scale shows tomorrow, whether it's up or down, it is just one measurement. I have to remind myself that. I have to remind myself that I'm moving more. I don't hurt as often as I used to. I'm sleeping halfway decent. I'm not feeling guilty as much for eating something I think that I shouldn't because I have no more points. I'm starting to enjoy life. Gotta get my finger out of the camera, sorry. I'm starting to enjoy life. I'm trying to learn to love me again, because I haven't loved me in a long time, and that's hard to do. So friends, I just wanted to come on and just tell you what I was thinking. It's more for me. I hope that today is a great day for you. I hope this week will be a fantastic week for you. It started out rough for me. I have a sinus headache. it's that time of year again. The weather is going to be near 60 today. It's just wonderful, but that just goes with the season. The house is dry. I need to get the humidifier out, but I'm going to get back to my lunch because I'm sure it's cooled off by now. But I just wanted to tell you what I've been thinking about, and I hope that you are doing great. And I'll see you at supper time, my friends. Thanks for listening to me. Have a great Monday. Hey friends, I thought I would show you my latest ornament right here. I've been doing a lot of crochet ornaments and coasters, and I thought I would do a no-sew one. I will have the tutorial linked in the description. It's not difficult to do. It's fussy. My headache has gone away. Thank the good Lord. Then I saw this other coaster. I'm just obsessed with coasters right now. And this one is a snowflake one. So I am going to do a couple of the snowflakes. I thought the Santa came out really cute. And then the star. So anyways, that's what I'm working on. I have bread rising right now. We went through that last loaf pretty fast, and Mr. Jerry's not going to buy bread. I'm just going to make it. So I got it rising. It should come out about 6 p.m. and then I will, prepare it for its second rising and then bake it. So we probably will have fresh bread, I would say about 7 o'clock, 7:30, something like that. But anyways, I'm going to let you go. I'm going to get back to this, watch some more YouTube videos, and just keep busy. That's all I can do on days like this when my head hasn't felt good and my anxiety is kind of on the verge of not being good. So, but anyways, friends, I will talk to you later. Hey friends, supper tonight is goulash with bread and butter. So everything's going to be 18 points. The bread is 4 points. The butter is 3. So that is 7 points. And then 11 points is the goulash. And our goulash, it is elbow macaroni, the Barello. It has corn in it. It has tomato soup. And it has lean 96% beef. So again, supper tonight is 18 points.